Internet. So today I want to do a little live blogging of one of my worst fears. I'd like to sing a lot. Like when I'm doing like normal people things, it's really difficult for me to remember not to sing. Most of the time I remember, sometimes I forget, but in addition to liking to sing really loudly, I'm also really like timid and polite, so I've gotten really obsessed about not bothering people with my obsessive singing. So I've kind of trained myself to only sing in certain situations, you know, like when there's background noise, like in stairwells that I'm sure are empty, elevators, when you're on an airplane and you're like sitting next to the engine, that's a good place to sing, like nobody can hear you. You know, things like that. And also in empty houses when I'm sure that I'm alone in the house. That works better sometimes than others. In my car is another really good place that I sing. Like, if there was ever an upside to having to commute through DC traffic, it's the fact that I get 80 to 100 minutes per day alone in my car where I can just belt out Les Mis and Wicked and nobody cares. So today I was coming home and I was belting out my old gospel song. Don't worry for the future, for I know what Jesus said. And I got home and I thought my apartment was empty and I just kept singing. And I sang a lot and I sang really loudly and I didn't care even a little bit. And then my roommate came out of her room. And I know that that doesn't sound like a big deal, and I mean in most cases it wouldn't be. Like, I don't care if my friends or family hear me singing, like they'll tell me to shut up. It doesn't bother them at all, it doesn't bother me. But my roommate hates me. Like, she hates me a lot. It's kind of been living in, like, hostile territory here for the past couple of months. We're, like, arch nemesis in a very passive-aggressive kind of way. It was pretty embarrassing. So I guess the moral of the story here is you have to be yourself, because if you're going to be held back by being afraid that people are sitting alone in the dark behind their closed doors and will hear you singing, if you're gonna be afraid of that, you're gonna have to spend your whole life being afraid of that. Yes, apparently it happens all the time. So that was my day. In other news, I've discovered apple and Nutella, which is freaking delicious. I bet you're jealous right now. I bet you wish you were me. Too bad. See you later.